All right, go stand over there. I'm gonna take a picture of you real quick. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna post this on my story and I'll meet you up. All right. Look at this fat whale that I'm with at the beach. Can't believe he was invited. Send. Cool. What? I can't post that? Well, said who? I thought it was just freedom of speech. I thought it was my social media. Nobody's gonna care, right? Well, social media is a freedom of speech, but it isn't the freedom of consequence. Although yes, the person is in fault of what they put and post on social media, the platform is also responsible to a certain extent due to their ability to either shut down or amplify the person's comments. Well, today the question is, who is at fault when negative and hurtful comments reach a social media platform? There is no straight answer, but in my opinion and my research, I think it's both. Let's look at a few examples. So, one prominent example is Alex Jones' conspiracy theory against the Sandy Hook shooting. So for those of you that don't know, Alex Jones, a YouTuber, posted a conspiracy theory on his YouTube channel in, I think, 2012, which stated that the Sandy Hook shooting was a hoax. Well, most people were outraged. Most people were saying, how can you say that it was a shooting? People were killed. Well, Alex Jones managed to gather a group of people to believe that the Sandy Hook shooting was actually a hoax. But returning back to the question, who's at fault here? Is it Alex Jones? Well, Alex Jones is definitely at fault. He caused the victims of the shooting, the parents of the victims of the shooting, to be harassed online, harassed in person, stalked, and even forced to move out of their homes. That is beyond what's normal. That should not be treated normally. Alex Jones is for sure at fault, but didn't the social media page also give him the ability to reach millions and millions of faces and people and manage to convince them that the shooting was a hoax? Yes. So in this case, again, who's at fault? Was it Alex Jones? Was it YouTube? Well, I believe that it is both. Well, let's look at another example. So over the years, Twitter, or now known as X, has been a prominent website for a lot of creators, not only creators, but also celebrities and just regular people to discuss ideas, facts, and click little notes that they have on their mind. So one prominent user of X is Ye, or previously known as Kanye West. So let's look at these two tweets that he posted on Twitter. I love when Jewish people come to me and say that they can't work with me anymore. It's my fave. And let's look at the second one. I'm buying 2 Maybachs tomorrow, and I'm gonna make the Jewish person who's selling it to me read all these tweets, and I bet you see me whipping Maybachs. So, in these posts, these tweets, Kanye West, or Ye, is hating on the Jewish group of people, on the Jewish religion and ethnicity. So, these are two of many, 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 many tweets that Kanye West has posted slandering or libeling not only the Jewish ethnicity and culture, but everybody he has on his mind, so no filter at all. So whose fault is it here? Is it Kanye West's fault, who posted these tweets slandering another religion and ethnicity? Or is it Twitter, who allowed him to reach millions of people with his millions of followers and allowed him to post such content on his page without monitoring it, without putting it down or shutting it down or taking it off the page completely? Well, again, I think that it's both. Kanye West responsible for his ideas and his freedom of speech to a certain extent to be put onto this platform while he's slandering and putting out hurtful comments to this ethnicity and religion, but also Twitter for allowing these types of comments to reach the audience that Kanye has. So, to dive deeper a bit, here's another question. Does the platform indifference become complicity? So let's talk about what this means. In the legal system, you see somebody committing a crime. Let's say, for example, robbing a gas station. You see him commit a crime and you just keep walking past and you do not report it. Well, does that also make you a co-conspirator of the crime? Well, legally speaking, yes. Since you did not report the crime, that also means that you were indirectly involved with the crime and therefore could be charged. So, again, does platform indifference become complicity? Well, again, yes, to a certain extent. So, one prime example is Facebook's engagement in the online harassment of a Myanmarian ethnicity group called the Rohingya. So in 2018, groups on Facebook were posting hateful and hurtful comments towards the ethnic group in Myanmar, causing a mass genocide of this ethnic group in Myanmar. And when Facebook was confronted about it, well, they said they didn't act fast enough or, just recent enough. So whose fault is it? Does Facebook's inability to ban the post or to act slow or to not take any action against these harmful posts make them also guilty of crime, of harmful and hateful comments towards this ethnic group? Well, I believe so. So if you are seeing these comments and your moderators and monitors are seeing these comments go through and you're not doing anything, well, doesn't that also mean that if, let's say, you're not with us, you're against us? I believe so. I believe that Facebook in this situation was and should be tried as guilty due to their compliance with the hateful comments by, unassociation. So, to what extent should you be compliant with such posts? Well, I made a little title line just to give people start them thinking, give them ideas. So for one bad post, no action. 10 bad posts, still no action. But what about the 1,000? What about the 1 millionth bad post? When should social media platforms become against or take down the posts that were created by these people who post these harmful comments towards another ethnic group, religion, or just anybody in general? To what extent should these posts be posted on here? Or should these platforms take these posts down immediately or after a few bad posts? Or again, what are the boundaries? Well, I believe that social media platforms should be monitoring every single post that they read, or every single one of them to an extent, to their ability, to make sure that no harmful comments are being spread on social media. And on top of that, making sure that the people who are affected with these harmful comments are compensated for the emotional damage that the other users have done. So again, this is not hard. Monitoring posts, blocking people, and banning them for a set period of time can really, really, really help assist this issue. So with great power comes great responsibility. So these social media platforms have amazing and great power. They allow people to speak with each other all over the world while also being able to share their thoughts and ideas with others all around the globe. But with that power, again, comes great responsibility. Social media has to be able to monitor and be able to control what goes in and out of their platforms to make sure that everybody feels safe and secure on their social media platform. Again, I believe that both the person and the social media platform have to be in trial of anything bad that goes on their platform, specifically slander and libel. It can't just be the person, because, well, the social media page also has to take action against anything bad that happens, or else, again, they become compliant by indifference. Thank you so much, everybody. That was my take. Have a good day.